Hello, friends. I want you to imagine with me for just a few minutes a world full of colored people. This inspiring tale was written by me, Silver Rae Fox. It has a very special and uplifting message for everyone. Colored People was written in February of 1994, especially and expressly for the Cornerstone Learning Center Alternative High School program. The story was vocally presented and performed by the students as a part of Black History Month. I wrote the tale with the hope that these students, deemed as at risk, would realize the great potential that lies within them to accomplish and achieve anything. As well, I wanted them to know and understand that anyone really can become greater, even from small beginnings and against seemingly impossible odds. Today, I dedicate this colorful tale to anyone and everyone who needs to believe in yourself. Almost anything is possible. And now, colored people. The world was full of colored people. I mean real colored people. All of the people of the world were different colors, like the colors of rainbows, and Kool-Aid, and fruity things. It was such a pretty world. All of the people looked like a beautiful flower garden in the springtime. Some were red, some were green, others were yellow, and some others were blue and orange. Some were even polka-dotted, striped, and plaid. It was a world where all the colors of the world blended together, and every color was special. The story you are about to hear is about one particular colorful couple, Freddie Blue and Missy Orange. Once upon a time, in the world of colored people, a strange thing happened. The story goes like this. One beautiful day, the sun was shining bright, bright yellow. It seemed to be the kind of day that something really special should happen, and something did. This blue person, named Freddie Blue, met this orange person named Missy Orange. They really liked each other. In fact, it was love at first sight. Freddie Blue and Missy Orange looked so bright and colorful together. They were so happy. They laughed a lot. Freddie Blue always gave Missy Orange pink-colored flowers, and she always gave him big red kisses. They loved blue skies, orange sunsets, and their favorite ice cream was rainbow sherbet. Well, it didn't take long before Freddie Blue and Missy Orange decided to get married, and it wasn't very long afterwards that they were expecting their first child. When Missy found out the baby was coming, she wanted to surprise Freddie Blue with the news. She could hardly wait to tell him. That night, Missy Orange made a delicious dinner in preparation of the big announcement. When Freddie Blue got home from work, Missy gave him one of her big red kisses, and he gave her a pink rose. Then they had dinner. After dinner, they decided to watch TV. Missy was waiting for the perfect moment. She wanted to make sure she had Freddie Blue's full attention. Finally, she nudged Freddie Blue. "Guess what, Freddie?" she asked, smiling. "What, Missy?" asked Freddie. "I said guess. You'll never guess." Missy Orange was bubbling with joy on the inside. She had butterflies in her stomach. They were colorful ones, of course. Freddie was looking curiously at Missy, not saying a thing at first. He didn't want to guess. "Well, what is it about?" Freddie Blue asked curiously. "It's about you and me, Freddie Blue," Missy said. Then Freddie Blue got excited. "Missy! Missy! Are are you?" "Yes, Freddie Blue," exclaimed Missy Orange excitedly. "We're going to have a baby." Well, there was so much joy in the orange-blue household that day and every day as they looked forward to the birth of their new baby. Freddie Blue and Missy Orange just loved watching Missy's tummy grow and grow and grow. Finally, after months of waiting, the big day arrived and the baby was born. He was a beautiful baby boy. However, excitement soon turned to amazement when Freddie and Missy discovered that their new baby was, well, um, he was purple. This was a dilemma they found hard to understand. You see, they had never seen anyone who was purple before. In all the colors of the world, there was not one single purple person. "What do you make of this, Freddie Blue?" Missy asked in astonishment. "I don't know, Missy," Freddie answered. "You're orange and I'm blue. I thought for sure we'd have a blue-orange baby, but he's purple." Puzzled, they continued to discuss it and tried to figure out how this strange thing happened. Freddie Blue said, "Well, I heard a few years ago about another couple, Missy. She was red and he was green. It turned out that their baby was plaid on one side and had yellow polka dots on the other side. Not even one sign of green or red on him." "But Freddie, there aren't any purple babies, no purple people at all. How do we explain that to him?" Missy was greatly concerned. What's he going to think of himself, being so different and all? Missy knew all the colors in the world of colored people were special, but she worried about their little purple boy. "Well, Missy," Freddie said, "we just have to teach him about who he is and help him to see that being purple in a world full of colored people shouldn't matter." Well, his color did matter. Not to Missy Orange and Freddie Blue, of course. They thought their purple boy was absolutely brilliant, bright, and very unique. But as Purple Blue grew, he did not like being purple, and it seemed that nobody else liked him being purple either. Little Purple Blue would come home crying from school all the time because the other little colored kids teased him about his purpleness. "I don't want to be purple. I don't want to be purple," Purple would scream. "Why am I purple, Mama?" Purple demanded to know. "We don't know, Purple. We just don't know," Missy said. "We thought for sure you would be a blue-orange baby, but you're not, and we don't know why." Well, Purple got to be about 12 years old and decided that he just couldn't take being purple any longer. He said to himself, "I'm going to send a letter to God. From what I hear about God, he has all the colors up there with him. I'm going to ask him to make me a different color." So Purple wrote a letter explaining his problem to God. He poured out his heart. He was anxious to hear from God, so he told God to please call with an answer the first chance he got. Purple waited and waited. Then finally the day came that God called him. Purple was excited and almost speechless. "God, I'm so glad you called. How are you doing?" "Oh, I guess that's a kind of silly question. Everyone knows you're always fine." Purple couldn't believe God was on the phone. "Yes, Purple, I'm fine. I got your letter, and I understand your situation. What I want to know is, what color is it that you want to be?" God asked. "Well, God, I've been really thinking about this, and I've decided that I want to be black." God said, "You want to be black? Why do you want to be black? If I make you black, you will be the only black person. Why don't you just stay purple?" Purple said, "God, I have given this a lot of thought." He was getting upset. "God, petunias are purple. Kool-Aid is purple." Purple tried to calm himself and continued, "But black is a rich color. God, coal is the richest mineral there is, and diamonds, before they become diamonds, are black. Oil, a rich resource, is black. God, please, 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 make me black." God gave in. He was convinced that Purple really wanted to be black. Okay, Purple, tomorrow morning when you wake up, you'll be black. But tell your parents tonight so they won't be surprised when they see you in the morning. Purple could hardly sleep that night, waiting for daybreak. All night long he kept thinking about his new color. I don't feel like I'm changing color, he thought to himself, but he was afraid to turn on the light to see. When morning came, sure enough, Purple had turned black. He lay there in bed and just stared and stared at himself, smiling and beaming all over. Then he darted out of bed and went to the mirror. Once he had a good look at himself, he jumped up and down and did flips all over his room. He was so glad he was black. Freddie Blue and Missy Orange were looking, but Purple didn't know it. "What do you think?" Missy asked in a whisper. "I like it," Freddie said, keeping his voice low too. "Well, he sure likes it," Missy said. "Guess that's good, huh?" "Yeah, I think so, Missy," Freddie agreed. Seeing Purple so happy made them happy too. Purple finally saw his parents looking on. He ran over to them screaming, "Mama! Daddy! I'm black! I'm black!" Purple shouted. "Yes, we see," Freddie Blue said. He and Missy were smiling. "Well, do we start calling you Black now?" Freddie asked. Purple thought it over. Finally he said, "No, you can still call me Purple. I'm still the same old Purple on the inside." "That's wonderful," Missy said proudly. That day the sun seemed to shine a brighter yellow than ever, and without any rain, a big colorful rainbow appeared across the sky. Purple Blue felt like a new person because of his new black color, and he had no trouble telling people why he felt so special now. Yes, the whole world became a better place because of the little black boy named Purple. Wherever he went, all the colored people would come out to see him. They would look with awe and wonder at Purple, and it seemed that their colors were always brighter than before after seeing him. Purple would wave at the crowds of colored people, smiling and exclaiming, "Just believe, and special things can happen." As you can see, Freddie Blue and Missy Orange's story turned out all right after all. They were so proud of their little boy. Purple grew up and went on to do great things, just like he believed he would. He really made a difference in the world of colored people, just like he thought he would. And because of Purple, the world eventually became filled with lots and lots and lots of beautiful black people too. And that's the story as it's been passed down today of how Purple Blue became the first black person. All the colored people were convinced that they could be just about anything they wanted to be whenever they heard about the little purple boy who had turned black. Everyone would say that what happened was a miracle or something. One thing is for sure, Purple had become an inspiration. Even though Purple never told exactly what he had asked God to do and why, most of the colored people thought they knew because of knowing where all of the colors of the world came from. They just kept smiling and waving whenever he would pass by, always feeling like the little black boy named Purple had brightened up their day.